I would say that, you have to be resilient, first of all. You have to be very passionate. So it's like the flip side of the question you asked me earlier, what are the three most important metrics? It's the flip side. So you have to have persistence, consistency, you have to be very passionate about the product that you're promoting, a product that has to make an impact in someone's life. My name is Aziz Hashim. I am the founder of NRD Capital. NRD Capital is based in Atlanta, Georgia. It has offices in various countries around the world, and it manages a series of funds, including Amaana Capital, which is the subject of my visit to Lahore to visit our Amaana Capital office this week. And Amaana Capital is a regional venture capital firm that has been operating here for the last few years. So I think it's very plain to see that the growth in the future is going to be in the developing world and emerging markets. There is no question that is where the rise of the middle class is, and where the population growth is, and where there is more underserved population. So it's not very difficult to imagine that, in search for growth, one has to look at the emerging markets. So there are many metrics, but if I had to distill it down to three, I would say number one is conviction. A company is nothing but a group of people. Founders of a startup company must have conviction in the product or service which they intend to put out in the market. And we look for that passion from the founders, that they really, really, really feel good about the product they have. Number two is consistency. You have to have a lot of perseverance, a lot of persistence and resilience in the startup world. And so we look for companies that has been there and worked hard consistently over a period of time, so that there is a nice, cadence to their operation. And the last is, I think, and what makes us a little bit unique, because our roots are in middle market private equity, and that is unit economics. And this is something that has been largely ignored by a lot of the investment community in the recent past, because when you're in a frenzy, you don't care about margins, you don't care about profitability. But to us, the unit economic proposition of whatever product or service that the startup is promoting, if it's not a positive unit economic, then for us it is no good. We don't believe in this idea that you can lose money on your product or service and somehow magically through scale you'll start to make money. And that is kind of a unfortunate excess of the last few years, where there has been too much easy money and companies have been allowed to grow even though their core unit economic proposition does not make sense. And we don't, coming from our background in consumer and private equity, we believe in unit economics. And so for us, that is a huge barometer of whether we will invest or not. So I think it'll continue to be choppy. Difficult to predict with the world situation. You see world events unfolding as they are. Even in the last few days in Pakistan, we have seen things which were hardly predictable, and so this period of uncertainty, I think, is going to be a regular feature for some time. And so it's difficult to predict the outlook. But one thing is for sure, the people are still there, population is still growing, and there are needs. And so one has to learn to live with the uncertainty and keep moving forward. So it's very difficult to predict what the investment outlook will be, but it's not difficult to predict that there will continue to be growth in the right sectors, and we will try to find those sectors. Yeah. I would say that you have to be resilient, first of all. You have to be very passionate. So it's like the flip side of the question you asked me earlier, what are the three most important metrics? It's the flip side. So you have to have persistence, consistency, you have to be very passionate about the product that you're promoting, a product that has to make an impact in someone's life. So there are products which are nice to have, and there are products which are need to have. So I would say, look, make sure that your product actually has a real need in the marketplace, it fits well, that you deliver it at an affordable price to the final consumer, and that you are very passionate about, and that is positive unit economics. It makes sense to sell that product at the price that you are attempting to sell it at, and be ready to pivot. Learn from your mistakes. If things are not working out, but you feel you have a good product, but then tweak it. Don't wait, and also get it out to market quickly. In the last few years of easy money, people have spent a lot of time and attention and capital on R&D, which is all wonderful, trying to create this perfect product because there was so much money in the bank. That's not really the way business works, Get a decent product out to market, test it quickly, figure out whether it works, and tweak it as you go. But be practical, So we need to use this sort of what I would call entrepreneurial or business savvy, street savvy is what we are looking for, and I think Pakistan has abundance of that. We come from that world, that you have to make it work. And in the last couple of years, in this very exuberant, frenzied cycle where money was abundant and free flowing, I think that some bad practices were developed here. That okay, the money will be never ending. It doesn't matter. We can burn lavishly. It's okay. I think we come back to our roots here, and that is bootstrap your way, make sure it works, get it out to the market quickly, tweak it as you need it, and keep moving forward. That would be my advice.